Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com, and this is going to be your stock watch list for the 13th of November, Tuesday. Let's go ahead and get into it. To those veterans out there, thank you so much for your service. Today is Veterans Day, and I just want to reach out and say thank you for your service, and it's always appreciated. Let's go ahead and get into what we did in the room today. Now, we started out, the SPY was moving down this morning. I'm not going to show you charts right now. We started out with Hertz over 1955, and we took a small loss on that. Fortunately for us, over the Friday, we had taken Under Armour UA. All right, so UA was a swing trade that we had gotten into on Friday, and the SPY was moving down and UA was moving up, so we paid ourselves on some of this UA. All right, and then it started to come back at us, and we got out of the rest of the swing trade. But we did make some money on our swing trade on Under Armour from Friday entry. As far as the day itself, in the morning, it was a lot of watching stuff like LCI and then canceling LCI. So there was a lot of that going on. The setups looked good, but the market, the SPY, just kept pushing down. Here's Apple. Was watching Apple for a bounce. LST means low share trade. Then we canceled Apple. We were watching Square. Then we canceled Square. So there was a lot of, triggers for bounces, but then the market kept getting weaker, and so we had to keep canceling things until about 11:30. All right, and at 11:30, the market did change direction a little bit and gave us a nice bounce. You'll notice when you get down days around 11:30 and sometimes at 1 o'clock, you do get bounces in the market. So we were watching here, we were watching Square. Then later on, we canceled that Square right here, canceled it. Then we were watching Square again. So here, Square, watch over 67.75. We're risking about a quarter. Now, we had to call this a low share trade because of the market volatility, and Square paid us nicely, SQ, and here was our trade on Square. All right, 67.75. We get that pop. Stock moved up almost $2 here on Square. That was the bounce that we caught at 11:30. We also caught a bounce in AMD. Right around the same time, it was AMD over $19 and I think it was 15 cents. Let me backtrack here. AMD. Let's see. AMD. Yeah, over 19.20. Even had time to correct my typo here. So AMD over $19.20. Wasn't a big mover on AMD. It moved up to about $19.40 on that one. We have really nice teamwork in the room. Grant put an idea in the room for AAL, one of the members in the room. So I looked at it. We said AAL over 36.50, stop 36.35. That's about 15 cents stop, AAL. And as you can see, that was right in this area right here. All right, and then we bust over VWAP, and then it was off to the races in AAL. And this one had upgrades from Goldman Sachs today. So a real nice, pretty trade there. Later in the session, we got a nice trade in TIVX, TVIX, over 42.20, I think it was. Let me check. Right, TIVX, yeah, around 254. Low share trader for TIVX because we're playing volatility, and yeah, over 42.20 on TVIX. All right, so over 42.20, which was right here. 42.20, and TIVX moved up to 43.50. All right, and here's the entry and the alert. All the alerts are put in the room. All right, so TIVX was right here. All right, at 0254, over 42.20, and then the stock moved up a dollar. on that name. So overall, a decent day. I couldn't play anything with big share size today because of the market conditions. So happy to be green. And then we actually, I'll tell you, we got a gift from the Wall Street gods here on Under Armour. Like I said, we had gotten into this name on Friday. The entry on Under Armour for Friday was $20.75. Now, it wasn't a super huge trade, but when you have the market moving down real hard, the SPY, and your stock is popping up relative strength, you pay yourself on some. I tried to hold some, but it started to come back at us, so I just felt, and the market was pushing down, felt it was best just to get out of everything. So we're flat now on our swing trades. Here's the action in the SPY today. So basically, from the open, this is what I'm talking about. The SPY was straight down, and we had Under Armour moving up. So we were fortunate to get that nice swing trade there on Under Armour. We paid ourselves, but the SPY kept moving down, and then it moved down further. This 273 kept coming into play. Like I said, around 11:30. Around 11:35, 11:30, we got this bounce up, and that's when we got into Square and AMD and some of those names. And then the market was getting weak again in the afternoon, and we were playing TIVX, and we got the move down up in TIVX and the move down in the SPY. So we got that one. And as you can see, 273 was an important number for the SPY on the intraday basis. And then we broke down in the after hours and gradually came back up. So right now we're hanging around that 273 number. So jot that number down for tomorrow, 273. Let's look at the big picture on the SPY, the daily. This is your action. So basically, we came down through all the fast moving averages through the 20, the 10, we're below the 5, and we'll see what tomorrow is going to bring. It's not a very pretty candle. If we look at the IWM, that also had a big engulfing candle here on the IWM. Even that 152 area, the round number there, broke down on the IWM. Let's go ahead and look at the markets real fast. So the VIX was up almost 18%. All right, the VIX, the VIX, we have a 20 handle on it right now. So a pop up, but once again, we're at this 20, still a little bit of complacency here. We'll have to see what the market does for tomorrow if we're going to get further push up, but definitely keep instruments like TIVX on your watch for intraday plays only. TIVX, UVXY also could be played. Keep an eye on SPXU, which is an inverse. So if the SPY moves down, SPXU will move up. SQQQ, also if the NASDAQ composite moves down, the SQQQ will move up. TZA is also the inverse for the IWM. As the IWM, the Russell 2000, move down, TZA should make a move up. So keep those things on watch for tomorrow. That would be some of the things to watch. As far as the other parts of the market, everything was pretty much down. JNUG and OIH. Oil was down again today. The Dow Jones was down 602 points. The NASDAQ composite down 206 points today. The S&P 500 was down 55 points on the day. Oil was down almost 2% again, USO, as you can see here, and a lot of red just across the board here in the markets. Let's see if we had out. Utilities were up today, 1.74%. So that's kind of where, very defensive. That's where people were going in for safety. The dollar is very strong. UUP is the ETF here. UUP moving up, breaking, pushing higher. So the dollar showing strength continues to go on as the interest rates move up. In some of the news that came out after the bell tonight, We had Amgen with some news. Amgen came out this news courtesy of the trade exchange. Not much reaction on Amgen. They present the results highlighting the long-term safety and efficiency of one of their products here. So Amgen with a little bit of PR news after the bell. Once again, courtesy of the trade exchange. GLBS earnings per share and revenue increase. All right, this is a shipper GLBS. So this stock is moving up in the after hours on their earnings report here. So that's taking up TOPS, TOPS. I believe I saw Dries moving up. Yeah, Dries ticking up, DCIX also ticking up in the after hours. So shippers should be on your watch tomorrow. Some of the shippers there. ESEA also popping up in the after hours on GLBS and their earnings that came out after the bell. Also, courtesy of the trade exchange, some other news that came out. We had YY. They beat by six cents. This is a China name, YY. Beat by 6 cents. Beat on revenue, YY. So that stock popping up in after hours. In sympathy, I saw some other China names popping up. BILIHU. YA also had earnings after the bell. They beat by 4 cents, beat on revenue. HUYA was moving up in after hours. Also, some comments coming out from Mnuchin. On China, and so I'm not going to read all these to you. I'll leave this up for a few seconds, and you can kind of peruse those from the Wall Street Journal. China, U.S. resume talks to cool trade tension. So I'll just leave it at that. And then as far as the futures right now, it's let's see, what time is it? 6:45 Eastern time, my time. So the Dow futures, it's early in the session. Dow futures are up 34, S&P futures are up 4, Nasdaq futures are up 10. So futures up maybe because of that China talk. Apple took a hit today. A lot of stocks took a hit today, but actually Apple was kind of the start of it. The market was holding up okay. And then one of their suppliers, LITE, came out and said that one of their big suppliers, which hint hint is Apple, wanted them to cut back on some of their production. They do the facial recognition numbers, I guess, and they are also Apple suppliers. So SWKS was down hard last week and moved down today. LITE, and a supplier to Apple, came out kind of with that warning. So this stock plummeted, and then that took Apple down with it. By the way, Apple coming down to about the 200 SMA now. 200 SMA on Apple is 193.24. Now, Apple, last time Apple was below the 200 SMA was back here in on April 27th of 2018. All right, from what I'm looking at on my charts, and then they did kind of this head fake down, and then they got it back over the 200 SMA, and then it was back off to the races. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen again, but Apple and the 200 SMA, keep an eye on it. Maybe something you want to watch on Apple. Okay. Let's see what else. So tomorrow, for some of the stocks I'll be watching this AAL, American Airlines again. Right now, I would say if you're a swing trader, just hold on to your cash. Don't overtrade for these. All right, maybe this Billy wants to do something. BILI popped up a little bit after hours tonight. I'll be watching some of the pot stock names, CGC. Now, as far as earnings for tomorrow, you have Cronus Group. All right, you have Home Depot, Cronus Group, CRON, reporting earnings tomorrow. After the close tomorrow, you have TLRY, Wix. So some pot stocks will be reporting tomorrow on Tuesday. ACB, another pot stock, reported their earnings today. Actually, earnings were pretty good, but the market was just sour on everything today. So ACB, their earnings are out of the way. So this one will be on watch too. As you can see, it was after their earnings came out. it popped up and then gave it back throughout the day. So CGC and all the pot stock names will be on watch. CRON because their earnings are coming out. I guess I'll be watching Home Depot. Their earnings are coming out tomorrow in the morning. Let's see, what else do we have that I wanted to go over? SLS, I would say this one looks pretty good. Let's see what it's doing in the after hours. So they were popping it up into the close here. They got it as high as around that 205 area, 207 area, and then it pulled back in the after hours. So this one will be on watch. Maybe a break of that $2 area, 205 area on SLS. Square for possible bounce plays. Under Armour, definitely relative strength here. UA, all right, or you could play the UAA. YY will be on watch. To be honest, I've never traded this YY before. Volume today, 1.9 million shares. Having trouble at the 50 SMA and that $70 number. Where'd they take it to in the after hours? They got it up to about $65. Now they're kind of leaning on it again. So it'll be on watch, but it's not a favorite. This little MNGA, they had news out today. It's a 36-cent stock on this name. OPK had a big volume that came into it today, struggling to get over the 50 SMA. Tried it back here, couldn't get over the 50 SMA. Hit it again today and pulling back, but 8.4 million shares. PZZA has been holding up. There's chatter around this name, so if you want, keep this one on watch. Maybe over that 60, 56. 56.25 or so on this name PZZA. So that one is another one. Let's see if I have anything else. Foot Locker has been holding up. Has that 52 area up ahead on Foot Locker. Has been getting pushed off. GLBS, like I said, they had earnings after the bell. They moved this one up. So shippers should be on your watch list for tomorrow. Kind of pick your poison there. ESEA. Let's see, EIDX, a biotech name, not a shipper. A recent IPO held up well today, moving up, of expanding volume here. So EIDX might be one to watch also. CRNT, very nice daily chart here, very strong. Held up well today. CRNT, keep that on watch. CNAT also popped up into the close today on CNAT. Nothing much happened in the after hours, so that one is questionable. What else do we have? If there's anything else, DCIX, another shipper, is up in the after hours. All right, so this is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. That's your stock watch list for tomorrow. Now, like I said, for swing traders, you want to take it easy, and cash is a position. And don't overtrade with your swing trades. You're just going to get chopped up right now. It's more of a day trader's market. Now, I do run a day trade and swing trade service, and for right now, we are doing strictly day trading at the moment. All right, if you want to come check out my service for $30 for 30 days, that's the coupon code. Just plug that in for the coupon code. You could be in my room for a month for $30. Now, if you are a swing trader, we do offer that service also. Here's your pricing on swing trading, and I'll leave this link down in the description box for you. Have a great night. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. I'll be back with another video tomorrow night, Tuesday for Wednesday, stocks to watch. Safe trading out there. Don't overtrade. Be careful and wait for those good setups.